Good morning. Our monsoon seasons have already started. We've got 2 days of rain. It hasn't been anything extreme, but we have got some water pooling in the shipping container, so we want to address that situation. I think I've found the leak. Yeah, I got to figure this out because this one spot here is still leaking. Tomorrow is actually supposed to be our heaviest rain, so we want to get it done before then. So we're going to sand things down. Not to mention we won't be able to finish our floors. That's framing and insulating it until we get this leak fixed. After that, we're going to go ahead and start back on the walls and get them framed out, insulated, and finished. The old caulking and wood has been sanded down. That way we have a smooth finish to work off of. We had previously put caulking on there, but it had separated. So we have some new caulking. Hopefully that will hold better. We did this side already and it has held. The old caulking that we used was purchased from Home Depot. It was the paintable caulking and fast drying, but it didn't seem to hold up. I think it was mainly the winter and the cold temperatures that made it crack. An upcoming project is to paint the shipping container, and I'm gonna paint all the trim. So all the trim will get a nice fresh coat of paint. Even though everything was painted last season, it just didn't hold up very well. Normally we store the tools on this shelf here. Everything else is here, but I can't seem to find the caulking gun. Weird. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. Well, until we can find it, Jeff's pulling the truck around. Went ahead and pulled out the 2x4s for the framing of the walls. We couldn't find our electric caulking gun, so I guess the old caulking gun will have to do. Okay, got this all sealed up. Looks pretty good. Saw some cracking at the top too, so I fixed that. Do you have your supervisor sunglasses on? Yes? Huh? Yeah, you look so cute. Is that what you thought about your supervisor sunglasses? Threw them on the floor? Right now, we just want to make sure all the leaks are sealed, and then we'll go back and sand once everything dries and put a nice fresh coat of paint on it. Jeff went ahead and stacked the wood in here just in case it rains. That way the wood doesn't get wet because we're supposed to get rain around 1 p.m. We're clearing out the front section so we have room to work. There's a few things we have to move. Now we're getting to framing the walls. Our studs will be 24 inches on center. That way we don't have to use as much wood. It's not structural, it's just for framing the walls and to hold the insulation. There's a huge storm cloud heading our way. It's almost on top of us. I think we've run out of time. The rain is starting to fall, and there's been definitely some lightning, so I wanna get inside. Right, Moo-moo? You just gonna relax on the couch, silly? We put the wall in here so it doesn't get wet. The double door is shut. So as soon as this is over with, we'll resume. Whoa. Oh, here comes the wind. Oh. Since the storm is rolling in, we decided to take a lunch break. I did a grilled club sandwich with soup. Jeff made the soup. Well, that was a dud. It ended up passing right by us. But I did figure something out. As far as the framing goes, we were gonna put a spacer at the top because this side is gonna be taller. But instead of putting it on the top, I can put it on the bottom. It'll be much easier. As you can see, the roof is shorter on the back side than it is the front. So we have to match it to these because of the windows. Now that the bottom bracing is done, we can go ahead and put the wall in place. But we have one issue. We have some screws coming through this board here, so we can't get the other wall flush to this. So we're going to take the angle grinder and cut off these 3 screws coming through. We've got the wall up. Remember, this is not structural because the shipping container is the structure. It's just framing for the walls. But still, this Home Depot wood is not the best. That piece there was wonky. We had to straighten it out. And there are just a couple pieces that aren't completely straight. And the wall's kind of sticking out, so we're going to have to screw it in from the other side. But we've got the support down here. Normally that goes up top, but it's just easier since we have these existing walls to put that on the bottom because we can nail it. Because if it was reversed, then we would have to put the wall completely together and then it wouldn't fit through here. So this is how we had to do it. Like I said, it's not structural, so it'll be fine. Jeff's having to readjust the wires. They're a little too low. We are at a stopping point because we're gonna have to disconnect this side of the solar and run the wire back through. He had fed it through these hooks here, and the problem with that is the framing will pinch the wire once we get it close to the wall. So this all has to be rerun, just this section here, just up higher. And then once we get to this corner, everything else is fine. All right, we got one wire back through. Good thing he put the breakers in, it makes the job easier. Or safer. Oh my God, look at these lazy, cute puppies. So lazy. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Stretch, Mimo, stretch. Anyways, I am going to leave these sofas out here and replace the ones inside with something different. And I want to set this up like an outdoor sitting room because when people are gathering in here, some people do like to gather outside and it'll give them somewhere to sit. I'm gonna put curtains up here and kind of dress it up like a room, an outdoor room, and that way people can hang out here. And not everyone has to be crammed inside. Yeah, I think this will be nice set up like a little room. Is that fly bothering you, Catalog? Get it, get it, get it. It's behind you, right there, on the sofa. It's right behind you, not my finger. Jeff's gonna go ahead and run the positive first and get that one out of the way. And then he'll work on the negative. Now I gotta work on getting the negative back through. Black is male, red is female. All right, both wires are now out and the wall is flush because it was not, they were preventing it from going flush. But we're still gonna take a screw from the other side and pull it too. Another issue with these connexes is some of them are bent and not square. It's right here. It looks like it had bent a little bit inwards, so it's pushing the wall out there, but it'll be fine. Just finished drilling the hole. Now we can put a screw in from the other side to hold the wall. Yeah, you're good. Keep on going. That's good. See how warped this board is? Like up there, it's fine, but here there's such space because the board kind of curves. Yeah, that's a pretty wonky board. I probably shouldn't have used that on the framing, but like I said, it's just framing to hold the insulation and have a wall. This wall is going to be a little different because we have those in the corner.
You basically come right, and you can't fasten to this wall. 4 inches.
So it's 4.5 inches coming out. We definitely had to measure and think about this last part of the side wall and this back wall, since that piece there, and also this is shorter, and there's that little piece coming in there, so that bottom is gonna have to be cut. So yeah, we were doing all the measuring first, and the day is escaping, but hopefully we can get it done. Before we install this wall, I'm gonna go ahead and drill the holes for the wires. And then we can place the wall, nail it in. This is actually the last step. He has to feed the wires. Now we can go ahead and place the wall and nail it up. Okay, we're good. That looks so much better. All right, last support screw in. I'm gonna go back and caulk those so water doesn't get in there. And ta-da, the framing is done. It's good to have that done. Insulation, that way all we have to do is put the sheathing up, the plywood, and then the walls will be done. We can start on the ceiling, but I don't think I have enough supplies to finish the ceiling. Just the, I guess the first part that we did. Anyways, we do have to run in town to get some more supplies. But the insulation I can definitely finish. I think I have enough for that. Since we didn't get any rain, I'm gonna test this, but I'm gonna do in sections where I think it's leaking versus this little spot here. So I'll fill that with water and then see if I see any water on the inside. Okay, it's leaking out the hole, so that's working. So it's definitely not that spot because I don't see any water at all. Let's check here real quick. Jeff said it was coming in through here. That should be good enough. We'll check it in a moment. Oh yeah, this is where it's coming in at. It's not draining fast enough. I think things are getting clogged up in there. Jeff said it's draining out that side, so I think what happened is I opened the door with the channel full and it splashed over. It doesn't actually look like it's leaking like it was before. So I'll have to test it again. This other spot later, I just have to wait for that to dry up. Well, it's getting late and I gotta get started on dinner. But I wanna thank y'all for hanging out with me during this video. Hopefully we'll see you next time. If you wanna check out more videos, they'll be over here. Or you can subscribe if you haven't already. Or check out Patreon. Bye for now.